over the weekend, a game came out, a fan game called Sonic Dreams Collection. To me, it's probably one of the most insulting fan games I have ever seen.
The moment I looked at it, I just went like, "What in the name of all that is decent?"
I already ranted about this on a Facebook group and on DeviantArt about. I looked at it. I watched Markiplier play it, and he was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
And the Game Grumps did it as well. But I guarantee Aaron is do all this funny shit. Typical anti-Sonic fans.
But to be fair, it's basically honestly, if you want to complain about Sonic, this is a good time with this thing.
Pretty much. Although he and Danny have said it's like they just do it for laughs. Okay, we're not trying to insult anyone. It's just Danny is like he hadn't seen it before, so he hasn't played any of Sonic games.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if I make fun of something, it'll be just for laughs. No malice against anyone.
Well, essentially, Sonic Dreams Collection is a 3D fan game where it's quote-unquote the lost Dreamcast Sonic game. We're trying to incorporate a original character creator, which essentially is just a different version of Sonic with different proportions.
Yeah.
Honestly, the strange thing is, I thought, okay, how come it's bad to create a Sonic character, but when people put their own version of a character as a Dragon Ball Xenoverse, it's fine. It's kind of odd to me. That's just like the tamest one. Then there's the Sonic Movie Maker, where you walk around with a camera and Gmod kind of ragdoll physics. Sonic is floating around.
Oh dear.
And you have different scenarios. You have Sonic in a diaper for some reason, because that's a fetish. We have a crack shipping of them dancing, which is from what Markiplier played, it was Sonic and Rouge, which isn't really a crack shipping. It's called on the community. It's called freedom shipping because they both involve freedom or something. It's like some of the shipping community is a bit weird. But then again,
it was basically look who's going out with who. Basically,
pretty much. I mean, if you want to go for a crack shipping, try Sally and Big, because that's the joke. That is the big joke one. Then it's a Sonic Orgy, with Sonic, Shadow, Blaze, and Rouge.
Yeah.
It's like typical fan fiction stuff. Then it's the Inflation movie, where Sonic gets fatter and fatter, and then eats tails. So you got a bit of vor in there as well.
Oh dear.
Then it's the Egg, where Sonic gives birth to a lot of stuff, including shitting out tails. Then you yourself get unbirthed out of Rouge in the next one.
Oh dear.
And it's just... it's like all the generic tropes of a fanfic. And because it's Sonic, it's normal. But the funny thing is, every other fan or fandom in the world has these tropes. Doctor Who has these tropes. Game of Thrones has these tropes. Even Sailor Moon has these fucking tropes of...
MLP. Let's be fair, MLP is practically
My Little Pony is the fucking bread and butter.
Yeah.
It's a very like uncomfortable scenario. I mean, I know it's played for laughs, but I just felt I'm just being insulted here as a fan. And the final, there's two more. The other one is called My Roommate Sonic, where you're meant to flirt with Sonic and like tickle him to a point where you have to stare into his eyes to a point where it's the joke of his single eye, where his eyes merge together and form a black hole. And you just see your own headless caricature turn to Sonic and start running. It's like you want to be in the Sonic world. Like that's just levels of creepy and unwanted.
It sounds like Hey You Pikachu on the creepypasta version.
Oh, definitely. Then the last one's called Eggman Origins, and it's just unnerving because it's complete white void, and you have to pick up worms as a two-legged spore-like Sonic. Take him to Eggman with no arms or legs, and his head stretches out to grab the worm. Do that several times, and he eats you. and that's supposed to be the MMO part of it, which you have to do complex series of events just to get to it.
Oh god.
I mean, this completely blew up, and it's just over the weekend. It's like every Let's Player was playing it. Everyone was having their own time of life with it. Game Grumps, Markiplier, Jim Stern did a squirty play of it. So many Let's Players were taking advantage of it. I am kind of tempted to get it myself, and just I am kind of tempted at the same time as, do I really want to repeat myself? Because I'm just going to go saying, I feel insulted as a fan here. I feel highly offended that what's the developer's name? Give me a minute.
Developer.
Arcane Kids, there we are. Arcane Kids, seriously, I guarantee, I was like, fuck you. You could be good people, and there's like a bit of fun with the franchise and what the internet perceives of what a Sonic fan does. Again, there's going to be any fan for any fandom in the entire fucking world. I guarantee you'll have an EastEnders fan who wants to pair up two of the male characters who have nothing to do with each other and with one of them pregnant. Make one of them pregnant, okay?
Yeah, to be fair though, I mean, EastEnders the way it is, they might as well do it. That will shock people anyway, just to get the viewers.
If you don't know what EastEnders is, it's a soap opera.
Yes, a pretty miserable soap opera.
Pretty much. But this is what the internet perceives what a Sonic fan is, and that's why I feel insulted, because I am not like that fan. Okay, yeah, I have my own Sonic OC, but it's just me. I don't have superpowers. Okay, my character has a sword and I can use it to a degree, but I don't write fan fiction. I don't do any of these generic tropes because it disturbs me.
Yeah, I mean, there's a level of how far you take it, really.
Pretty much. Like, do I have my own shipping preferences? Sure, I like the Sonic and Blaze shipping. I think they work very well together. Blame Sonic, they have two games, Sonic Rush Adventure. Blame those games for starting it all. But to me, it makes sense. Do I want to see them have sex? No, I don't.
Is it ever going to happen in the actual series?
Nope. Probably not, but I'm hoping. The unbirthing? What the fuck is it all about?
Yeah. I think... oh god, it's funny. I mean, the three things I have to say is, one, I literally saw this, and at first, like, for a millisecond I thought, like, oh, is this actually a new game? Then I realised, no, it isn't.
No, because the logo looks shit, okay?
Yeah, I know, but when I just read it on, like, just a link, I was thinking...
the logo looks like Sonic Dreams Collection!
Yeah. But yeah, I remember trying to watch a video of it. I literally got into 30 seconds, and I just looked at it, and even heard the guy doing it, I felt like, oh, no. And for me,
like I mean, if anything, just watch the Markiplier playthrough, because he makes it tolerable. Okay.
Yeah. But like I said, I mean, the second thing is, like I said, I mean, it's one of those. The ironic thing is, obviously, with Sonic the Hedgehog, I mean, obviously, we know all the jokes about supposedly what we call original characters. They're not original. It's just basic. Here's the body of Sonic. Put some other things on it. It's like the equivalent of
it's like
the
Sonic,
Sackboy.
But he has green tips on his quills.
Yeah, it's like the Sackboy equivalent. It's like you have this little, here's a body, and you can just shove anything you want in it and say, that's blah de blah, or dooby doo, he's from the planet Jebediah.
Or any character like Dragon Age, Mass Effect, basically any majority of any BioWare stuff, or any MMO. It's like, yeah, you have a character, but you're not exactly controlling the story. You just look like yourself, or look like what you hope to be. Yeah.
And for me, this whole, like I said, it is an odd thing just to pop out. Like I said, it's more or less a joke, although it's the case of, I mean, it's ironic, you say that you feel offended by this. Me, I just sort of did the opposite of it. I just sort of ignored it. I keep seeing it popping around, I just go like, oh, well, I'm just going to literally close my door on this, because I don't want to get into this.
Well, right now, it's like, it's completely died down. No one's talking about it. It was like, it's like one long file over a course of an hour, and that's it. Yeah. Now we're just commentating how fucking smelly it was.
Yeah.
Eventually it's gonna die down, but I know for a fact there's gonna be some asshole out there saying, yeah, well, there's there's Sonic Dreams Collection, and that's what you fans made that. No, not us fans. It was probably one person or a small group of people who made it. Not every fan are responsible for this piece of shit.
Yeah. No, I mean that's worth pointing out, because like you said earlier. I mean, every fan base has this. There's always going to be those people who take certain things to extreme, as in they see a game series or stories in their own view as thinking, well, they should do it this way. They should try and add this character in, or hey, put my thing in because it'll make it all better and stuff. And every person's done this. I mean, like you said, Sonic does get a lot of the shit for this because, again, when you do see it, it's just really, really stupid. But again, every fandom has this sort of stupidity in it. So quite frankly, I'm not saying it's anything new, but it is kind of just a case of, okay, actually the best way I can describe it is, I remember a few years ago I talked to Steve Lance from Sumo Digital, and I asked him various questions like, what you doing, blah, blah, blah. But I did ask him, like, when you ever hear people who argue about, oh, Sonic Team are useless, I can make a game better, and, well, what do you think about this? It's like, well... And he said, well, basically, they say other stuff, and my answer to that would be, okay, do it, and see what you do. And
I would try to make my own Sonic game.
I know, but
I don't know how.
Yeah. Now, in the one case, we can't. When people do it, when we see really talented people who do it, like for instance, the Sonic 2 HD,
Sonic 2 HD, Fake Leopards, Before, After, and Chrono Adventure. Yeah,
those type of things. When you see people, really talented people who can actually do it and do amazing stuff with it, absolutely, hand and heart, that's amazing. I wouldn't be able to, no. But at the same time, I know in the back of my head, those are people who aren't talented enough to get it right, and you just know something like this is going to pop out.
There's playing like the Sonic hacking community, the Sonic Fan Games Expo, and some of the games that come out of that. And so a lot of people praise those fan games, like, great, you have a passion, great, you can actually make a game to a point. My argument is it any good as the stuff that Sonic Team produced? Answer, no. Honestly, some of the fan games that come out are not as good as, say, Unleashed Colors Generations.
Yeah,
even Sonic Heroes.
That's like the high end,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's be fair, stuff like Unleashed Colors Generations, I mean, that's high end stuff. That's like, okay, try and make a big 3D Sonic game.
Yeah, but I see a lot of time in the comments saying, oh, this is much better than so-and-so officially produced so-and-so.
Yeah.
Basically, getting back on track, Sonic Dreams Collection is a piece of shit and shouldn't be praised for anything.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's basically what happens.
There were some people like Alpha Omega Sin said, "This is the funniest shit, and everyone should play it."
Oh dear.
No, I respect.
That's what scares me is when people actually say it's that bad. Go check it. It's like, oh no, please don't fuel the fire.
And if he's hearing this right now on a complete fucking whim, seriously, no. Take it me as a fan, a sane fan. This is not funny. It fucking isn't.
Like I said before, gentlemen, there are sane fans out there, and trust me, we know when they're shit.